So, what do you think of Croatia's entry for Eurovision? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, this might end up turning into another controversial opinion. We'll see. Seeing some mixed reactions to this track. I'm talking about the Croatian entry for Eurovision 2020, the winner of Dora 2020. We have the singer Damir Kedžo. His song Divlji Vjetre, which translates to Wild Wind in English. We have another Balkan ballad on our hands here, and that's the bit of the problem, I think, considering especially the contest that we're seeing kind of with all the other tracks that we're getting this year. There's always a song that sounds like this one does, particularly from that region of Europe in every Eurovision contest. Sometimes there are multiple entries that sound like this kind of song. Very classical delivery. Like, it's obviously a really seasoned vocalist who's giving us these vocals. And Damir's vocals, I have nothing against. I mean, he is, a wonderful, really strong. I don't know if he'd be a baritone or a tenor, but like he's definitely got like a really powerful, almost operatic vocal. And so when he sings, there's a real warmth to his voice. It's a commanding essence to his voice. And so those aren't the issues that I have. I mean, when I look at, especially a song that's in a language that I don't understand, and again, forgive me, I'm really having a hard time finding lyrical translations for a lot of these songs. I don't know if I'm just being too lazy about looking for it, but on one quick search, it's not coming up. So I'm going to just leave it to, the internet to figure that out. And maybe you can put it in the comments, or if I do find it, I will put it in the comments. What these lyrics mean in English, because I am very intrigued by it, as always, but I'm also kind of not. And that's what's also kind of sad, because I have to be honest with you, the melody is just not gripping me. The staging is also not gripping me. I wouldn't normally care so much about the staging. The staging is just him and a microphone, like, okay, that's what the song is. Um, there's just so many aspects of the melody, and again, unfortunately, that is kind of what I'm having to judge, that just feel very familiar, like I've heard this song before. Not that I think this song is copying another song. I can't say that. I can't really say that because I haven't heard so many Eurovision songs in the past or other ballads, whatever. But there's something just like very much like I've heard this song before. After the first, especially after going through the first chorus, there's no part of me that really wants to stick it out to the end. And I don't know if that's part of this, the fact that the mixing is very sort of just what it is. Like there's not a lot of dynamic there. Everything is on his voice. And so it's all up to his voice and what he chooses to do. And the way it's being sold to me, it's just very much like I'm singing at you this really powerful ballad that, I feel like I'm supposed to get behind, but it kind of just puts me to sleep. And, some people might consider that like a very basic take. Like, it's not that I want something super Europop all the time. Like, that's not what it is. It's not the fact that this isn't a bop that I'm complaining. I love a really strong ballad. And I would compare this to Slovenia because I think Slovenia with Voda by Ana Soklic is giving us a similar type of song that I'm seeing similar criticisms for. But what makes me like Voda more, maybe also because of the fact that I'm preferential to female vocalists, which is a bit of a slight prejudice I have. I can't help it. But I also really like that song builds to something and it starts out so sparse and ambient. There's like a real atmosphere. And I feel like with this song, we're kind of taking a little bit of a journey through the lyrics. Even though I don't understand a word of the lyrics, I'm getting a sense of buildup. Whereas with this song, it starts 100% full on, blah, 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 and then it kind of stays that way. Even the chorus is just us basically going up an octave, but we're basically staying at that same tone the whole song. Now, he does bring in the backing vocalists. That's an interesting thing to add to the mix. And I really appreciate that because that's a little bit like unexpected when you consider this to be like a Balkan ballad. I think of like, oh, it's just a guy on stage. It's not going to have other people coming in to add harmonies. The harmonies help. I really think that it definitely gives it a little bit more memorability, but ultimately it doesn't save the song for me. So I think this song is just not really doing enough to stand out, and especially the fact that it is in Croatian. And don't get me wrong, I love seeing songs set in native language, and I give them props for that. This song will not be translated to English for the final, so that's been certain. Last year, we had The Dream with Morocco. I guess I will say that this song is maybe just a tiny bit above Rocco's The Dream, just because there was something overly theatrical and cheesy about that song, that even though the melody kind of stands out more in my head, like I can more easily remember that song, even though I haven't heard it in 12 months, almost 12 months. This is I will give the points to Damir for, like I said, having just, I think, a stronger stage presence in terms of commanding his vocal. And, again, singing in their native language is also always a bit of a plus, I think. But it does also detract in this case because I'm not really getting into anything of this song. Like I said, it just feels a bit like a bathroom break song for me. And I have to be honest with you, it's one of the first songs that has come out for this year where when I put it in the playlist, it's like, oh, I really kind of don't look forward to that song coming on because it's just 3 minutes that kind of take forever to get through. Because like I said, it's a guy singing very well, but very much at you. And there's not a whole lot of dynamic to it. And so I'm probably being a little bit unfair, but I'm seeing a lot of people kind of with a similar, it's not a Moldova situation where I really kind of want to criticize for like unprofessionalism and sort of being like cringy. It's not like that. It's more a matter of taste. It's more kind of subjective, which is all of this is, by the way. Remember, this is all just my opinion. My music taste, although I might think it's pretty good, ain't all that. And I think that, a lot of Eastern European juries in particular are going to like get behind this. It's like, it's got a real kind of a nationalist undertone feel to it, even though I don't think the song is having to do anything with nationalist pride or anything about being Croatian, but I kind of get that element to it. And so it's a song that it's got a bit of like a national anthem feel to it. Like it feels like something we're all supposed to stand up for. And it feels kind of like hollow in that regard. Not hollow is not the right word, but it feels symbolic of something very kind of general and not like it's a unique thing to Damir. Like Damir's telling this story and it's like very deeply personal to him. It feels like he's just singing this crowd pleasing anthem that we're all supposed to know. And so, yeah, that's just how I'm feeling about it. Let me know your thoughts. Again, if you know the translations to this song, please drop them in the comments. And I apologize that I don't know the lyrics. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you agree or disagree, have a discussion down there. That's what this is for. I want to hear different opinions and stuff. And so I will see you all in my next Eurovision video. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you enjoyed, please give this a like. And if you want, subscribe for more content, especially Eurovision coming down the pike. And I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, and light. Bye.